Okay, folks, I was out for most of the day, but when I got back in, I thought I'd throw this one up. Um, Now, this, as you can see, is a huge little temple. That's what I'm saying, and you get all the parts for this. Okay, like this is where the value of these assets comes in. Is that I don't have to use this just the way this is. I can take it apart. I can add things to it. I can, you know, you can do anything you want with this stuff as long as it's made in the Unreal Engine, right? Okay. Let's see here. I might even have to go up to cinematic quality. Like it still looks good and everything. It's just remember this is an old graphics card, so. And yes, I know about reflection captures. That's for water stuff and certain surfaces. These are just little bugs that you'll never see when stuff gets compiled and everything else. And there's going from different versions of things. Sometimes you have to resave stuff so that it knows that it's for this version, not an older version. Say there might be a little thing it fixes and whatnot. And just so you know, like this is really big. Okay, it's kind of a ruined tower, right? As you can see, it goes way off in the distance over that way too. And you can literally go over to those areas and stuff. Now you see at this point, in order to go inside, right? I'd have to and see then here you could build the interior, right? So it's pretty neat. I gotta say, man. What else we got here? Dun, 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 dun. Got the water down there. Yep. Looks like there's like a piece of fallen stuff all over the place here. Oh, let's go down this way. It's down here, the docks. Ah. Oh yeah. Kind of ancient elven symbol. It's supposed to be like an ancient elven city that's ruined. So let's say, a couple hundred years after, in Lord of the Rings, what's happened to the old elven cities? Well, this maybe is what happens. It just falls apart. Yep. You go down over here. That's where I think I started. No? Yes, no? Yes, no? Yeah. You can see there's pieces of stuff down there. The water levels have risen, right? You got castle ruins all over the place over here, right? Right? Something was on there and fell apart. Probably like it was, this is covered over. Looks like a cathedral over there, and looks like another thing way off in the distance. Some more towers. Eh? Pretty cool, pretty cool. And look at the bottom here. Right? It goes way, way down there. Trippy. Trippy, trippy, trippy. I got more stuff too, and then they're giving out more stuff on the 5th. The regular, this is a special that they did, and I guess they got the rights to it or something maybe, and said, here everybody. Like this is just fantastic. I mean, whew. I mean, I was looking at using height maps and doing, and having to build all of this myself, and you know, if you just want to mess around and have some fun with friends, you can build something that, people can mess around with, you know. And it's pretty much, I think, it's kind of cool. Yeah, this is actually really cool. Just all kinds of stuff here, eh? It's right down the bottom. Now I have to make something like for some ancient ships or something, eh? Have one sail into the water, get the water all sorted, instead of it just being like a texture, right? In order to do that, and I'll explain what you would technically do. You would remove the texture, and what you would see would be like a flat plane, right? And then you got to dig it out as deep as you want, right? And then you kind of fill it like volumetric fog, and instead of being fog, you use water as a texture in that sense, and then it would, you know, and you put a little more resistance and say fog. That way, anything going through it, right? And you give certain objects more buoyancy, right? Like a person, you know, would have to be, I don't know, how would that be coded? It'd be kind of like you take, as soon as more than half a person is in the water, like so you got to have 2/3 of a person into the water, so that like where you're almost to where your shoulders are, and then you would float, right? You'd be that, so it's a closer buoyancy to a human being, right? Things like wood are obviously more buoyant. You could have certain objects that actually do float. I'd have to look into stuff like that. That would be heavy duty. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Some good learning there probably. Anyway, wow, look at that. The water's just flowing that way. Wow, this is really trippy. Hey, what's down over here? Wow, plunk. Ah, right out of the world. Anyway, have a good one, guys.